You thought ProveX would dump 90% after launch, but that didn't happen. And that's exactly what makes this launch so interesting. In my last video, I explained why the ProveX sacrifice actually pushed core coins down. But in this video, we're going deeper. We'll break down what ProveX actually is, how the launch played out, and what's happening with liquidity and price action right now. So first of all, what is ProveX? ProveX is a peer-to-peer, fiat-to-crypto exchange protocol, which means it allows direct trades between two people without a centralized exchange in the middle. So instead of trusting a platform, ProveX replaces trust with proof. Here's how that works. One person sends fiat, for example, via bank transfer. The other person sends crypto. And the entire process is coordinated through smart contracts on-chain. No middleman holding your funds. No centralized risk. To make this possible, ProveX uses zero-knowledge proofs. This allows transactions to be verified without revealing sensitive information and without trusting a third party. It's essentially an evolution of earlier ZK P2P concepts, built to scale across multiple chains and target the entire crypto market, not just PulseChain. The token has deflationary mechanics. Fees generated from swaps and proofs are used to buy and burn the token, which means as usage increases, supply decreases. The app is still in beta, but already usable. Now let's talk about the launch. The ProveX token launched just 4 days ago, after a sacrifice phase around 2 months earlier. And here's where it gets interesting. A lot of people expected a massive dump, like 90% down right after launch. But that didn't really happen. Why? Because of the distribution. Only around 7,000 participants actually sacrificed funds, with a total of about $15 million. The rest, millions more, are linked to Tornado Cash wallets, which could potentially be founder-related coins. But to be clear, nobody can confirm that 100%. Still, this setup resulted in one key thing: less immediate sell pressure. Yes, there are volume bonuses, so some people are already up big from the starting price of around 0.00001, but even with that, sell pressure has been relatively controlled. Now let's talk about liquidity. At launch, ProveX came in with strong LP pairs, stablecoins, and Ethereum. On the first day, we saw some selling, a small dump. But after that, something very important happened. The number of holders increased from around 7,000 to over 12,000. That's a very healthy sign. It means redistribution is happening, not just early dumping. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Why did core coins like Pulse, HEX, and PulseX dump after the launch? Simple. Rotation. People are selling core coins, moving into stable coins like USDC, and then buying ProveX. So liquidity is flowing from core assets into this new narrative. And here's the key point. Core coins are not directly bonded to ProveX, so they get directly affected by that rotation. You see exactly what I mean in this chart right here, so you can visualize the flow better. Now the big question is, what happens next? And the honest answer is, nobody knows. But one thing I personally wouldn't recommend is rotating your core positions at all-time lows into something that already pumped. If you want exposure, use fresh capital, not your strongest positions. As always, this is not financial advice. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Pulse Vision and follow our Telegram channel, Pulse Vision US, and stay ahead of what's happening on PulseChain.